What is going on, warriors and farmers of Tamaris? I am back again with another video. In today's episode, I'm going to show you the best war pets to use with Syndrion and Ffraegar. I will be showing you the best skills you can put on this war pet to do so much damage to your enemies in the open field. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel for more content, turn on the bell notification and never miss out. Like the video, share it with your friends, leave some comments down below. Without wasting any more time, let's get this video started. Alright, warriors of Tamaris, Syndrion and Ffraegar are hands down the best DPS pairings in the game, mainly because of the rapid fire of Syndrion and the rage skill of Ffraegar. Those two combine to be the heroes that can do the most damage in this game. Now I'm going to show you guys 4 war pets that you can use with these pairings. These war pets are going to be very useful for different situations. Now the first one we're going to cover in the video is going to be the Sun Lizard, which is going to provide you some healing in the open field. I will show you guys exactly how you can build this lizard to be one of the best war pets for your Syndrion and Ffraegar. We're going to check out the Golden Rock that's going to give you some rage accumulation speed of plus 5%. And when you add the Feral Exuberance, you're going to get more rage and more healing as well. We're going to check out the Venomous Lizard that's going to poison anyone who touches you in the open field. We all know that the archers get targeted a lot in the open field. Having the infection of the Venomous Lizard is going to be very useful. And then we're going to finish the video by checking out the BERSERK FRAEDRAKE. Let me find one with a skill. Now the BERSERK FRAEDRAKE is going to work with your Syndrion and Ffraegar. It says each debuff effect inflicted. Now if you look at Ffraegar's 4th skill, she has the Falconeer charge. She can reduce the enemy rage accumulation by 20%. Which is going to trigger the skill of the BERSERK FRAEDRAKE and make it work for your Syndrion and Ffraegar. With that out of the way, let us see how we can build war pet for Syndrion. Now we're going to start with the Sun Lizard. Before we get started, let's check out the Stone Aura. It says you can heal and get more troops. Let's see the importance of having troop capacity in the game. We go straight to the training camp and I show you guys what happened when you fight your enemies in the open field. What you see here is the base statistics of a T5 troop. Every single troop that you bring is going to use the following base statistics. The game developers have a formula where they calculate these base statistics based on the number of troops that you have. It is the same reason which is why you do not attack a rally when it comes, because you don't want to get wrecked. The more troops you have, the more damage you're going to inflict on your enemies on the open field. Now when you heal with the Sun Lizard, you're kind of like increasing your troop capacity, which means your attack is going to do more damage, you're going to be very stronger in defense, and your HP is going to be stronger as well. The more troops you have, the more damage you inflict, the more defense you have, and so forth. That is why healing is very useful in the game. Now we're starting the process with this Sun Lizard because the Sun Lizard is awesome. It is classified as a mage war pet, which is exactly what we want. And why do I say that? Most of the physical pets use agility, so we will be able to put 3 agility skills right here, and we have 3 awesome ones you're going to see when we start building this war pet. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, let us build the perfect Sun Lizard for your Syndrion and Ffraegar. Of course, the Sun Lizard uses the intelligence, which is exactly what we want. We will be able to put 3 agility skills over here. So let's get the process started. The first thing you want to do is do the regeneration. Get a legendary Sun Lizard with 8 skill slot. That is what you want to do. The next thing, you're going to go to the skills. So let's pick this one and show you an example. So let's assume this is the 8 skill slot Sun Lizard. You go to the skills and then you fill up the empty spaces with these 40 coin skills you see right here. Use this one to fill up the spaces. If it lands on something, you abandon until you get everything full. Now, I would recommend you fill up 7 because you can leave the last one for later on, you know. You could get lucky with one of your new skills and it could go there. Now, once you're done with your 8 skill slot war pet, you're filled up 7. It is time to start building. Let's go back to the Sun Lizard. Now, in this game, you can only put 3 skills of the same type. The reason I was saying the Sun Lizard is awesome is because the Stone Aura uses intelligence and most of the physical pets use agility. So we're going to go to the skills and then start building this war pet. The first skill you're going to have on it is going to be the Stone Aura, obviously. And then you're going to put in the Chain Strike family, which is just awesome. The first one you put is the chain strike. 50% chance to deal additional damage when dealing physical normal attack damage, can be triggered once every second. Damage factor 4. This is going to be very useful for your syndrion. And then you're gonna put in the next chain strike ability known as the wild chain strike. Deals additional damage to the target every 3 times chain strike is cast, can be triggered once per second. Damage factor 18. Now you have 2 agility on your war pet. Well, guess what? You still have room for 1 more agility. And then you're gonna bring in the steadfast chain strike. 100% chance to receive healing when casting chain strike. Can be triggered up to twice per second. Guess what? Syndrion does 2 rapid fire normal attack every second. This is going to be very useful. At this moment, what does your Sun Lizard look like? You have a Stone Aura, you have chain strike, you have steadfast chain strike, and you have wild chain strike. That is 4. The next thing you want to add is going to be the hit weakness. I would recommend you go for the level 2 hit weakness because you can get it easily. So right here, the hit weakness is 2.1% chance to deal physical normal attack damage. You can really get this one very easily. Now the reason I say this is as follows. Make sure you fight your enemies in the PvP. Now I'm going to show you. Everything you see here, I bought most of them from the merit shop. Now I did some PvP, I got some merits, and I bought stuff from here. I bought this Stone Aura for 600,000 merits. When I try to sell it, it's going to give me 2,900 exchange coins. Now everything you see here, I bought most of them from the merit shop. I can get about 5,000 exchange coins, which is just awesome. Therefore, you should not be complaining as a free-to-play player and say that this is just a pay-to-win mechanics. You just have to fight in PvP, buy stuff from the merit shop, and then sell them and get plenty of coins. No complaint there. Now we're going to go back to our Sun Lizard. We already have about 5 skills applied to it. We're going to continue the process. Now since we are going to be healing, there are some awesome healing skills for your Sun Lizard as well. I think I have one right here, the one I bought from the store. So this is going to make it that your Sun Lizard heals itself alone and it gives you 6% more healing. But I would recommend you don't use this one because we have 2 skills that are going to provide you healing. You have the Stone Aura and then you have the Steadfast Chain Strike. What you should do is try and use the different type of healing. One of them is the Tranquility. This one is going to use Spirit. The War Pet skill healing granted plus 2.2%. So this is going to heal your Stone Aura. It's going to increase your Stone Aura and it's going to increase your Steadfast Chain Strike. Now there is another healing that you can use as well. It's known as the Divine Blessing. This Divine Blessing is going to give you 2.2% healing, but it uses strength as well. Therefore, you can use both of this at the same time on your Sun Lizard. So basically the first thing you want to do is fit in the Chain Strike family and then put the hit weakness. Then we're going to continue the process. Now we have filled up about 5 spots or 6 spots. We have 2 left. There are so many other good skills left that you can put on your Syndrion and Ffraegar. I think I'm going to let you decide what you want to put next because I don't know how to help you from here. We have the Counter Strike family that you can put on your Syndrion and Ffraegar as well. When your Syndrion gets targeted, you do more damage back to them with the Wild Counter Strike and the Counter Strike as well. Another skill you can add to your Syndrion and Ffraegar would be the Fierce Attack. You put this Fierce Attack which uses strength. We still have room for some more strength. You put one Fierce Attack and then you add something else at the end. Now other things you can put could be the ability to increase your physical attack as well, like the Manic Might. Legion physical attack of plus 0.3% determined by strength. We haven't used a lot of strength yet. It's another reason why I say the Sun Lizard is awesome. It frees up space for you to use some of the awesome skills for the physical war pet. And this is how you build your Sun Lizard, guys. Once you put all the 5 basic skills required, which is the Chain Strike family and then the hit weakness, the remaining 2 slots, I think you are gonna have to decide what to put there because I don't know how to help you from there. You might have something that you want, therefore you gotta put that in there. We are done with the Sun Lizard. Let us check out the Venomous Lizard for the Syndrion and Ffraegar. Venomous Lizard is going to be very useful for open field, especially when you get targeted by multiple people. This could be the best build for a T5 player who get marked for distraction. So let us see how you can build this war pet. Unfortunately, the Sun Lizard uses agility, which means we won't be able to put all the Chain Strike family. Therefore, we will be putting the Wild Chain Strike, which will make it 2 agility. And then we're gonna put the Chain Strike itself, which is another agility. Now you have 3 agility. You cannot apply any more agility. Once you've put all this, you're gonna put in your hit weakness as usual. This will make it 4 slots filled up already. Once you put in the hit weakness, since this will be a counter attack pet for all those who touches you on the open field, you are going to put what we called the counter strike. So counter strike is right here. It uses endurance, which is awesome. Now, unfortunately, we won't be able to use the wild counter strike because wild counter strike uses agility. So that's going to suck for us. Where is the wild counter strike? I think when we go to 0 star, we should be able to see one wild counter strike here. So here, guys, here is a wild counter strike. It uses agility. We already have 3 agility, therefore we won't be able to use this one. But there is a tough counter strike here, which says 100% chance to gain 1 stack of tough pet when casting counter strike. Tough pet, war pet skill damage taken minus 1% for 5 seconds. So this is something you can add as well. It uses endurance. We haven't used a lot of endurance on here. So you have the counter strike and then the tough counter strike if you like, but you can eliminate tough counter strike and use other stuff as well. You can put the manic might, which is going to increase your legion physical attack by 0.8%. The good thing is we haven't used strength ability yet. Once you've done all of this, you're gonna need to boost your infection. You have things like the forceful infection that you can put, and then there is another infection ability as well. I don't know if it's here, where you just gotta find it. So basically you put everything that will boost your infection, and then you put chain strike, you put the wild chain strike, you put the hit weakness, you put the manic might, you put counter strike, and then for the rest, I'm gonna leave the ball in your court. You're gonna decide what goes on your pet. At the end of the season, you can buy some good stuff like 3-star skills that you can put on your war pet. Pick the one that is awesome and use it for your Sun Lizard. Next pet on the list is going to be the Golden Rock. The Golden Rock is a war pet that uses agility as well. You can build it the same way you just built your Venomous Lizard. Since it uses agility, you will be able to apply the same principles you use for the Venomous Lizard. So this thing is going to give you plus 5% rage accumulation. You're going to forget about the war pet skill damage because that's not going to work for your archers. Archers don't have any passion whatsoever. So let's see how you can build this. Once you capture your Golden Rock, it doesn't have to be 1 star. Just 0 star is fine because all you need is a plus 5%. The next thing you're gonna go put is the Feral Exuberance, which is going to give you more rage. You don't need the Forceful Exuberance as well because you're not going to be doing any damage. What you wanna find is the Feral Exuberance. Where is it? Oh my goodness. Okay, here. Feral Exuberance. Grant your legion rage and heals them when casting Exuberance. So you get rage of plus 7 and you get a healing factor of 7, which is just great. So now you have 1 agility, Exuberance. And then when you put Feral Exuberance, which uses luck, this is awesome. Once you've put that one, the next thing you're gonna put is the Chain Strike family. You're gonna put the Chain Strike and then you're going to add the Wild Chain Strike. So now you have 3 agility here. You cannot add any more agility to this pet. At this point, we have already filled up 5 slots. You have Exuberance, you have Feral Exuberance, you have the Chain Strike family, which is the Chain Strike and the Wild Chain Strike, And then you have hit weakness. 5 spots have been filled up. You only have 3 left. What are you gonna put? Well, you can put the counter strike if you want. You can add the manic might to give you more physical attack. You can increase your counter attack that you deal to your enemies. There are some skills here that you can use for that. You can also add the fierce attack if you want. This one uses strength. We haven't used strength on this pet yet. So you can go for something like this to give you more damage on the field. You can also put some healing by using the Great Care, which will give you even more healing. You can improve the healing of your feral exuberance by using the Divine Blessing or the Tranquility that we have here as well. It's gonna be up to you. I'm gonna leave the ball in your court. At the end of the season, you can visit the shop and buy some 3-star skill. You can only buy one. You can apply it to your golden rock. Now, if you want, you can also eliminate the wild chain strike. Only use the chain strike. And then you buy this skill right here known as the outburst of rage and even get more rage. This one uses agility, which means you will be able to only use 1 chain strike over here. Now, it's going to be up to you what you decide to do with your golden rock. The 4th war pet for Ffraegar is going to be the BERSERK FRAEDRAKE. This one uses debuffs. As we know, Ffraegar has a debuff on her 4th skill that is going to trigger the arrogance of the BERSERK FRAEDRAKE. Unfortunately, this one suffers like most of the physical war pet. It has already taken 1 agility spot. You will only be left with 2 agility to use. You're going to build this pet the same way you build the venomous lizard. The first one is going to be the arrogance, has taken the agility. You're going to put the wild chain strike, and you're going to put the chain strike itself, which is somewhere here. Now you have filled up 3 agility, 3 spots has been taken. You're going to add the level 2 hit weakness, depending on how many exchange coins you have. Now 4 spots have been taken. What else can you add? What else can you add? You have the counter strike as well. You can put the counter strike if you like. You can put the manic might to increase your physical attack. You can put stuff that can boost your war pet skill damage dealt, like physical war pet skill damage dealt plus 6%. You can also put this on the venomous lizard if you like and give you more damage on the field. You can use Great Care to give you some HP. Should be a good one to pick up. Now the arrogance also has some boosts that you can use to help it do more damage. You have something like the terrible arrogance. So this one you don't need it because it works only with Mr. Forondil. You're gonna use the other arrogance instead. What does the fatal arrogance says? Arrogance damage dealt plus 8% determined by agility. I don't think you will be able to use this one because it uses agility, so you eliminate this. I wouldn't recommend this one because you won't be getting a lot of stacks with Ffraegar. Therefore, you should use the 2 chain strike to give you more damage. And this is what you can do for your BERSERK FRAEDRAKE. You can build it and just use it on all of your other physical units as well, especially the ones that have a debuff. And that's it for the video, guys. These are the 4 war pets that I would use for Syndrion and Ffraegar. I would use the Sand Lizard, especially if I just want to do damage without anyone targeting me. I can build one for destroying Behemoth. With the 3 Chain Strike family, you have the hit weakness, and then you have some other damage boost and some healing. You can go with the Venomous Lizard if you're a T5 player or someone who likes get targeted in the open field. You can use the Counter Strike family as well, combined with the Chain Strike family and get some good stuff. You can go with the Golden Rock if you want to generate more rage. You can put Chain Strike and you can put Counter Strike to help you out. You can also use, what's the last one? The BERSERK FRAEDRAKE. And that's it for the video, guys. Let me know which one of these war pets you would pick. Until then, I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Bye bye for now.